Welcome back, everybody. This is Professor Lucien. In this video, I think we're going to try to do most of the work, the data calculations for this week. What's interesting is we'll be recreating this table you see here in front of me, or in front of us, on the screen, blah. This is obviously the assistance document, and we're going to first do two analyses by where the claims are occurring. One will be site, the other will be class code, and then we will get into cause. And we've got two levels of cause. One is like a parent or like a broader scope set of categories, and then we've got more of a child category, which is, I think it's called detailed cause. And so that's what we're going to do this week. But all the tables are going to look similar to what you see here on the screen. And then we'll be doing a Pareto analysis. But more importantly, we'll be calculating the risk priority number. And up here at the top, you can see here are all the functions. We'll be doing a count if, we'll be calculating a percent count, we'll be doing a sum if for all of our paids, we'll be calculating average per claim, we'll be using an RPN for priorities, which is risk priority number, which is the multiplying percent count by percent total paid. Usually risk is calculated probability times severity, and probability is our percent count, severity is our percent total paid, kind of a proxy measure. And then we'll be sorting by RPN, high to low. RPN is not a number we would report to anybody. It's just our methodology. It's a rank order process. And then we'll identify priorities, and then we'll do a Pareto analysis and figure out if we can get that 20-80 split. Like right here, we've got like an 18-77 and we've got a 25-86, and we'll have to decide which one we want. What I've decided for this semester is we're not going to create a table and express it. We're just going to calculate what our cutoff point is. And we'll do that. We'll do that in this video. So that's what we'll be doing. And so here's our basic header, and we'll be using also pivot tables to get our categories for the variable we'll be sorting for. So let's bring over, I suppose you'd want to see what we're actually going to be doing here. I'll bring over the assignment for this week. So we'll be doing it by site. Because there's only two sites, there's no need to do the RPN or the Pareto ratio because it's just two sites. But there'll be two tables that are generated out of this. One will be with outliers, one will be without. Once you get in sort of the mode of this, it's repeating the work and then just figuring out the cutoff point. We'll do that with class code, and then we'll do it with cause, and we'll do it with detailed cause. But we'll have to do the Pareto analysis for all three of these. And then in the next video, that's when we'll pretty up and add the tables here. But then we'll also compare what our priorities, the ones we found, are towards the outliers, and talk about that. And then we'll dive into the WCRB website and look up some class code, which will be the rate. I will talk about the EMR. No. We'll talk about the premium base. That's what the codes go into, the rates. And then we'll also compare it to the National Safety Council work comp. And I've got some Wisconsin data, but it's older. It's like 2018. For some reason, the Department of Workforce Development changed how they express the state's work comp numbers, and they're no longer that applicable to the work we're doing, unfortunately, because it used to be really good data. And so those are the 6 things we have to do this week, and then you also have a quiz. Quizzes is going to be work comp based, and I'm doing a review video too for you. I'm not sure if it's going to be before this or after this, but I'm doing a review video. I want to make sure you guys are understanding the work comp aspect of everything, because that's what this is all predicated on. Okay, so we're going to be doing the, what did I say? We're going to be doing the site. So I'm going to start with the trend with outliers. Oops, I'm going to copy it. That's right. So I'm going to copy this over. I am going to get rid of these tables. I'm sorry, the figures. So paste. Zoom it in for you. Go down to the bottom. I'm going to get rid of them just for now. I'll leave those there. So we'll keep that there because that's good stuff. All right, we got nothing else down here. All right, so what we need to do now is we're going to be doing, I'm going to say priority priority site outliers included. And I'll start color coding these at some point. I'm going to put it beyond. So that's the last tab there. All right, so what we need to do now is I need to take a quick look again at our document. So we're going to be doing sites. We want to make sure that the paids are right below themselves. So copy. I'm going to have to experiment with this a little bit. Hopefully this works too. I'll start with it right here, but I'll put a couple of spaces. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Oh, nothing worked. Control Z out of here. So we'll be using these for sure. Just going to add a little space. I don't know. What else was there? Oh, that was our other page. Percents. So I need to move over. So I've got a site count and percent count, and then it goes to percent paid and average. Okay. So this is going to be percent count. This is going to be count. This is going to be site. And then we have percent. Get off of there. Get off of there. Percent total paid. Ugh. Sorry, my fingers are not typing well. Then we've got the average per claim. And then I think we have RPN, and then I think we have priority. Priority rank. Yep. All right, let's clean this. Our header row. I'm going to center them. I'm going to text wrap them. I'm going to give them a good old burp. All right. Okay. I guess we can roll with that. Let's save our work. File, save as. So now that we are now in week 3, and we're now doing priorities. Okay, so the sites. Let's look at that variable, shall we? Here's what I like to do. So it's in column I. Go up to the top. I'm going to sort. So I'm going to highlight the top row. I'm going to hit data. I'm going to hit filter. So highlight the row, data, filter. Now I can sort by the top row here. I'm going to sort I from A to Z. So we've got 4 corporate, and then we've got a bunch of Madison, and then we got Poinette. So corporate, Madison, Poinette. And I could just copy and paste it. Corporate, Madison, Poinette. And then I always do a total because I want to check my work to make sure something's not missing or something's misspelled. It's just a way to check it. Okay. All right. So this is under column I. I only put that there. You're not going to include this whenever you copy and paste it. This is just so I know what's going on. Let's center these two. Yep. All right. So here is a count if. So we want to count the number of corporates, the number of Madisons, the number of Poinettes, and we'll add them up. Hopefully it equals 803. No, 302. Jeez, my brain. So equal count if I2 to I, is it 303? I'm going to go up and take a look. Yep, it's 303. So it is 302 is the total number. Count if, comma, and then I'm going to click on this cell that says corporate, hit return. And we knew there were 4 of them, right? You know, we counted them. So what I'm going to do now is go up and freeze the rows so I can drag it down. So I'm going to put a $sign in front of the 2, a $sign in front of the 303. I don't have to put it in front of the I because I'm not dragging it left to right, just up and down. There we go. And then I'm going to go equal sum and just cover these 3, and hopefully it's 302. It is. Okay. So we didn't have any misspellings or anything in that column. That's good. Let's do a percent count. It's equal to the amount here divided by the total, which is 302. I type in the total in case something goes crazy. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to turn it into a percentage. I'm going to center it. and I'm going to click and drag it all the way down, even so I get the 100%. Okay? So that's done. For paid medical, I'm going to go SUMIF equal SUMIF, so add up if, and the range is the site. We're adding it up based on site. So it's I2 to I303, comma, the criterion is, if it's this, and then add up, and it's above me. Paid medical is right above me, so T2 to T303. I can go up and check this stuff. So paid medical, and I've got the site. So it'll add up this column whenever the other column has a corporate entered. And I'm going to hit return. I'm going to turn this into currency. Get rid of the pennies and center it. So this is where we're going to make it really, really easy on ourselves. And we're going to be using this same line all the whole video. So I'm going to go up and I need the site to always be the same no matter where I go, up or down, left or right. So I'm going to go ahead and freeze it all. So a dollar sign in front of the I, a dollar sign in front of the 2, a dollar sign in front of the I, a dollar sign in front of the 303. For the corporate thing, I need it to go up and down, but not left and right. So I need to freeze the Q because I want it to go down as I move it down. The final one is I want it to move left and right, but not up and down. So I'm going to put a dollar sign in front of the 2, a dollar sign in front of the 303. So again, I froze the column that includes the site because as I go left and right and up and down, I need that to stay the same. And so I froze it all. No matter what I do, it's going to stay I2 to I303. For the site here in the table, the actual entry, I want that to go up and down. So as I drag it down, I want it to add up Madison paid medical. But as I move it left and right, I need it to stay there. So I only froze the column, so Q. Similar but a different view is I need it to go up and down, but I need the 2 to 303 to stay the same, but I go left to right. I want it to go left and right. So I want it to go from T to U to V to W. So that's why I did it that way. So now what I can do is click and drag it down, click and drag it over, and I've got everything I need. Now I'm going to add it up, sum, drag it, and now we can compare our work. See right above here. And I'll drag it all the way over. So you see the numbers are the same. So I know everything's checking out. I don't know why that, are we not centering? I don't know. You know, I could just go ahead and left this. I mean, you can kind of, you guys can choose how you want to do it. I like to stay consistent. I'm just going to go everything in the center. Yeah. Okay. Now we got to do percent total paid. This is similar to the percent count. I go equal. I click on the total paid amount there, divided by, and I'm going to type this in, 2157693. I'm going to turn this into a percentage. I'm going to center it, and then I'm going to click and drag it all the way down so I even get the 100%. Yep. Okay. There's a breakdown. The average is equal to the total paid divided by the count. Basic equation for average. Center it, drag it down. Here's the overall average, 71.45. I go up here, the average is 71.45, so I can check my work. The RPN is equal to the percent count times by the percent total paid. I'm going to click and drag this down. There's too many decimal points. That's why we've got the hashtags. And so I'm going to start taking out decimal points until I can see it. There we go. It's in a percentage. That's fine. Whatever. Yeah. So, I mean, there's really no need to do it, but I'm doing it for this. What we can do now is we can highlight. Oh, but it's going to leave the totaled in there. So if I highlight, see, I'm just highlighting the data, but not the total on the bottom. Because if I did that trick with the filter, it would also sort the total. So I'm just highlighting the data, and then I'm going to go data, sort by, and I want to sort by RPN, highest to lowest. And so it put point on first. So my rank would be 1 and 2. 3 is so low. Now, again, the RPN is a rank order, but the magnitude of the RPN is an indicator of how much of a priority it is. So we're not going to be looking at the corporate. Take a sip of my coffee. Though the average per claim is interesting close to Madison, point out is much higher. Again, outliers are included yet here at this point. So this is all we have to do. This is now done for priority site, outliers included. Save my work. Autosave is off. I don't know. I probably should turn that on. I don't know. You guys think about it, okay? So we're not going to be reporting this stuff. The table we report is going to be this, but letting them know that this is the ranked order. So we may have to put a number set over here. But we're going to do that in the other video. All right, so let's copy our work, add a new tab. Now what we want to do is, well, I'm going to zoom in so you can see. We're going to right off the bat remove the outliers. So highlight the the top row, our header row, go to data and filter. We're going to filter by claim total paid, highest to lowest. Something, what happened over here? This is supposed to be, oh, is my mistake still there? Okay, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to go back to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and did we have 19? Yeah, we did. I just have to look at the numbers. So here are our outliers. All right. I'm going to highlight these rows. I'm going to hit Control X to cut, or you could right click and cut. I'm going to go all the way down here. And I'm going to paste. Oh, I'm sorry, insert, cut it. Okay, there. Everything now should have been updated. Yeah, so we're at 8. Yep. That looks correct. The new average is 29.24. It's 29.24. See, we can check our work as we go. This stuff isn't good anymore, by the way. This stuff over here doesn't mean anything because we're sorting and stuff like that. So I'm just going to get rid of it just so there's no confusion. You don't have to. I try to clean sometimes. At some point here, I'm going to do a big house cleaning and then show you guys, but been pressed for time this week. And this should have been updated too. So 283, 283. It does show how much the count went down. I like that. And it shows how much the total paid went down. The RPNs ranks still remained as we knew they would. So this is now done. This is I got to name it first. This is priority site outliers removed. So it just kind of gives us a different set of information. Okay. Save my work. All right. The next is policy code. And so we're going to start with the outliers included. I'm going to hit copy and I'm going to hit paste. I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to try to bring it over here. There we go. Now we're doing priority class code. Outliers included. All right. I'm going to blow it up so you can see it. Class code. That is right here. Q. Q is class code. Oh, but we need to get all the different class codes. All right, so that's going to be an interesting thing. First, I want to fix the outliers, if you guys don't mind. If you don't mind me doing this quick. So I'm just going to quickly and yeah, I'm just doing the same thing. I'm going to delete everything. Okay, and then go back up and do my 1, 2, 3. This time I'm going to use the copy paste down to 19. There. Make sure, yep, hit save. All right. I mean, if it bothers you that it's sorted like that, I mean, we could go, actually, yeah. There, now it's all back to normal, and now the outliers are properly labeled. Yeah, okay. So what we need to do now is we need to capture all the different categories under class code. Now you could do it manually. There's only 300 entries. We could do it manually. What does that mean? It means I can sort here and then just look for all the breakpoints. 3076 seems to be, so here's 3076, 3179. I can go copy, and then I can go down here, and I'll be setting up a new table here. It's going to be the same table, but just different variables. 3179 to 4243, 4243 to 448. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for the breaks. Yeah, maybe it's good I show you how to do it this way, because that's one way to do it. Scroll back up, look for the break. I'm looking for the next one after 4484. It's 3708, and then there's 8881. So there's only 6. Okay, I'm going to do my total. And we're going to use the same header row. Copy, paste. I'm going to clean this up. There we go. We'll give it that. Okay. And now we're working with Q. Is that correct? Yeah, we're working with Q. Column Q. So I'm going to take this top row all the way over to RPN, hit copy. I'm going to go down here and hit paste. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up and I'm going to correct everything. So instead of I, we're now in Q. Add them up. Oh, I guess I could just go bloop like that. There, okay. We're at 302 and 100%. Cool. Over here, instead of I, we're in Q. Everything else is the same. What can I do? I can scroll down. I can scroll over. I can hit equal sum. Add these up. The numbers match. I click and drag it over. Numbers match. I don't know why that is so wide. Click this, drag it all the way down. We get the 100%. Click this, drag it all the way down. We get the 7145. Click this and drag it all the way down. And, oh, we don't need that. Wait, is that correct? That times that, yeah. Okay, 100 by 100 by, okay, got it. All right, so we need to sort this now. I'll save my work. By RPN, because we just want the rank. Now it's interesting, the first two just happen to be the two highest, but it looks like this one's higher. So I'm going to highlight all the data. So from site all the way down to RPN, I'm going to go up to data. I'm going to go to sort. I want to sort by RPN. I want to do largest to smallest. Hit OK. So what's our rank order? 1, 2, 3. And now we need to do a Pareto analysis to find out where the proper cutoff is. Again, magnitude is a good indicator. We may be cutting it off right here at just 2 of them. I'll even put 4 in here. You don't have to do all of them. I mean, these are, you see how much smaller these two are, but they're negligible. And you can look at the totals too to find out how much it is. So now we're going to do our Pareto analysis. I'm going to leave a space here. And this is where we're going to do the top 2. Okay. And I'm going to go equal plus this. So I'm doing the top 2. And we're looking for, oh, we don't do average. We just go to right there. Now I need to do some work here. That's a percentage. These are all dollar amounts or currency with no decimal points. This also is a percent. So now you're looking at it and you're like, oh, I see 70 and I see 85. Yes, you do. But the 2080 thing, the smaller one, has to be here. So what do we have here? We have equal 2 divided by 6, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have got 33%. Percentage. So 33% of the sites account for, I'm sorry, this is supposed to be class code. 33% of the class codes represent 73.5% of all the claims and 85.5% of all the total paid. That is our Pareto right there. So this is what you'll be reporting in a sentence, that with outliers included, the top two class codes, 3076, 3179, which represent 33% of the class codes, account for over 73.5% of all the claims in the data set, and over 85% or 85.5% of all the money paid to the claims, the total paid claims. The dollar amounts, the total amount paid. That's our Pareto. So this is a very simple one because we don't have that many classifications. All right. So now what we want to do is remove the outliers. First, save the work. Remove the outliers and see if it changes. And if it doesn't change, that usually means there's some consistency between the outliers and the overall frequency. But that's something we're going to look at specifically later on in the next video. Okay? All right. Priority class code outliers removed. All right, so highlight the header row, go to data, turn it into a filter, sort by total paid, because what we're doing is we're removing the outliers. There they are. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, and we'll just paste them down here. And things change. See, we can check all the numbers again just to make sure everything has. I like to check the average, and it's all there. All right. So now we need to take a quick look over here. Did things change? They did. They changed. Ruh-oh, raggy. All right. So this is going to be now. Priority with outliers, and now we're going to do priority without outliers. Priority, no outliers. Okay. All right, we got to resort this. Again, we're going to do the priority rank all the way down to class codes. We just highlighted that data. We go to data, we go to sort. We're sorting by RPN. And we're going largest to smallest. Because I want to keep that in there. I want to be able to look at it and reference it. So now we're 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Isn't that interesting? It changed that much. What it basically means is 3179 must have more outliers than some others. The top two have automatically updated. And what do they represent? 70% and 26.9%. So let's do top three and see if that changes anything. Equal to this one, and this one. Oop, didn't mean to put another plus in there. Center it. Move it over. Gotta turn this into a percentage. Turn these all into currency. Get rid of their decimal points. Turn that into a percentage. Excuse me. There we go. This is top three. What is the top three? Equal to 3 divided by 6. Not great, you guys, right? 50%. But, the Pareto ratio is not perfect, especially with smaller data sets such as this. Now, here's the thing. We're 70% of 93, 84% of 93. So that's kind of close. But these now need to be modified because we're actually 26% of 38%. So let's figure that out. So equal to 26% of this amount is actually 70%. Let's deal with the other one. 31.8 divided by 38. Get rid of the decimal points. 82.9. So now we got to decide, what is our cutoff point? What would we recommend? With the outliers removed, we had a change in priorities by class code. The 33% of the class codes represent over 70% of the claims and about 70% of the total paid that's left. If we took half of the class codes, they represent 85% of the claims and close to 83% of the total paid. I think for recommendation reasons, we would use this, even though it's a 50-80 versus a 20-80. Or we could go 33-70. At this point, it's just trying to get an understanding of where the priorities lie, and we're going to actually compare these results to the dashboard provided by the policy carrier or our work comp carrier to see how different it is. I think we'll probably find some similarities, though our data set contained a lot more than theirs because they tend to limit theirs to just a few years. We took everything we could, which I think is better. Yeah, so that's where we are. That's where we are right now. We have a priority now set up for class code, save my work. We're now going to do it for cause. See, we're just chugging along now, right? I'm going to go back to the policy class code outliers included because I'm building a results section now, basically. Why didn't it paste? Let's try that again. Copy, paste. Okay. I guess sometimes you got to hit the keys harder. Okay. All right, what are we doing now? We're doing cause. So we've got a cause code and a detailed cause code. So we're going to start with the cause code, which is more of the parent level. There are less categories. It's broader. Priority, cause, outliers, included. Our causes are under E. Okay, so now we're going to have to use, again, we could use the turn the header row into a filter, sort by cause, and then go through and manually pull these. But I feel like there's a lot of them there. And so I'm going to show you how to use pivot tables to capture it. So first I'll start it here. So this is going to be cause. I already forgot which column. It's under E. All right, get the rest of these. Okay, so we'll be creating this, save my work. So let's go all the way back to the beginning. And so the master data list, we could use this because all we're trying to get is all the entries under, well, now it's under C, but that's not a big deal. So here's what I can do. Highlight the master. I'm not manipulating it. I'm just going to use it as a guide. Okay. Then I'm going to go insert, and up here we've got pivot tables. So click on pivot table, and it's going to create a new worksheet based off of our master. So hit OK. It's sheet 6. I'm just going to call this pivot tables. All right. Oh, I got to click on here. So this is kind of tricky, but I'm going to simplify it for you. So all we want is for the rows to contain the cause. And there's it. That's all the different categories. Oh, zoom it in for crying out loud. Those are all the row labels for that. But I like to also do a count. And so the values, I'm just going to go ahead and put number under values. I think it's adding them up. And so it says sum of number. So click on the down thing, and we just want to do value field count, not sum, count. Okay. All right, so there are no blanks, and we don't see any misspellings. So it's like a quality check, and it adds up to 302. So we know everything is represented. So these are going to be the counts we actually do on our page. This is just an easy way to capture the cause. So I'm going to now go in here, and I'm going to try and highlight, copy. I'm going to go to the tab we are working on, go under cause and hit paste. So it's pretty large. I'll make it bigger. I'm going to hit total. Not hit, type in total. I'm going to highlight all of our work. There. That's it. So as you can see, it's quicker when you use the pivot tables, and all you're doing is figuring out what's there and how many are there, just to make sure. It allows you to check for misspellings and blanks and all that other stuff. Actually, before I go on, and I'm going to show you, now I think there's like a job title up here. Where is it? Occupation. So occupation would be a great variable to be able to sort everything. So if I took cause out of here and put in occupation, you see, why isn't it counting the blanks? Oh, there's 23. There's 23 nothing there. 23 nothing there. We've got a lot of assemblers. There's different spellings. Assembler, assembly, assembly worker, assembler, associate, custodian. You see, they're not doing a consistent job of coding these. If they did, we'd be able to narrow it down to a job title by site, and that would be fantastic. But we're not there. And so this would actually be, I see in the recommendations, I would recommend that, can we get more sensitivity or detail in job title? The more you know about the specifics of the claim, the better it is to trend it and things like that. And so here, not good enough. There's too much variation here. They need to sit down and figure out a better way. And what's an assembler? They're ambling ass. Yes. Sorry, everybody. I shouldn't be talking like that on video. I'd edit it out, but it'd be hard to find. But anyway, that's why we don't do it. Yeah. So we're doing priority cause. That's what we're doing. Get back to work, man. All right. So we're going to use the same entries as we did up here. So I'm going to highlight, copy, and paste. We got to change Q to E. So instead of Q, I'm going to put in E. That stays the same. Over here, I'm going to change out Q and put in E. See, isn't this so much easier than having to retype everything? Drag these all the way down to there. Equals sum. That's good. What else was I going to fix? Oh yeah, I was going to center that. Why is that there? Delete this. There. Okay. This we can drag down to there, and then over to there, and then sum it. The numbers match up. Numbers match up. Take this and bring it all the way down. Should have 100%. Drag this and bring it all the way down. And we should have 71.45. Then do this all with the RPNs. Now we need to sort by RPNs after I hit save. We're going to highlight RPN all the way to cause, data, sort by RPN, highest to lowest, or largest to smallest, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And I only stopped there because it jumps down so much. Let's see what we have. The magnitude would indicate, let's see what the top 4 are. Top 4 is equal to 1, 2, 3, and 4. Center, click and drag it over. I'll have to change the units. Oh, wow, 90%? Huh, I'm going to have to draw it back a little bit and see what's going on. Currency, take out the decimal points, and another thing here. All right, so what is 4? How many do we have here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 equals 4 divided by 11. 36%. So 36% of the cause categories represent almost 80% of all the claims and over 90% of the total paid. That's substantial. Now, why do we do this? Because this is the technique that they use in business to indicate what's going on. Let's do one below, and I'll show you how different it is. Equal 3 divided by 11. We're now at 27%. If I turn it into percentage, why did I center it? This top 3 equal to 1, 2, 3. Excuse me. Okay, now we're down to 70%. Dropped substantially. You see the difference there? Interesting. What am I doing? Currency. Take out the decimal points and then another percentage. This dropped not too much. So 27% of the causes represent 71.5% of all the claims and just under 70%. I do think that I'm going to keep the top 4. But again, that's a decision I'm going to talk about in the next video. Save my work. All right, we got to do this with the outliers removed. You know the drill. Bring it over, zoom it in so you can see it, highlight the header row, turn it into a filter, filter by total paid, hide a low, remove the top 19, hit cut. Remember, don't delete it, always cut it, hit paste. Everything matches up, RPNs change, we highlight that. We go to data, we go to sort, we sort by RPN, we do it largest to smallest. Oh, I did something wrong, you guys. So this is priority rank, priority with outliers. And it's supposed to be priority outliers removed. Sorry, I missed that. We just have one more to do too. All right, so I'm going to highlight all of this now. Data, sort, by RPN, largest, smallest, hit OK. Yeah, it didn't change much, did it? We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'd even venture to say put in a 5 or just do the top 3. Let's see what it says down here. All right, so we got to do this manipulation where it is, we got 27% of 38, and we've got 30% of 38. And those numbers will be a little bit higher, but it's 93. It wouldn't change too much. Let's get rid of the enormous amount of decimal points. So we're close to 80 with the top 4. We're at 70 and 68 with, is that 30%? Okay, 28%. I'm also looking at this. So there's a considerable jump that's like 4 times higher, and this is very similar. And I don't like to cut things off when things are similar like that. That's not too far off either. So I'm really tempted, because of the drastic drop here, to stay with the top 3. So I think I'm actually going to stay with the top 3 with the outliers removed. Oh, look at it. It's still the top 3. So that is pretty definitive then, I think. That the top 3, yes. Just the logic of it, and I will go into this more in the next video. But what I look for is, major drops is where I try to cut things off, and I think this is too close together. I would want to include that, but then we would be pretty close to half, which isn't too bad. But is there a lot of meat on this bone? Well, there's total pay. There's only 17. We're going to see what the priorities. What we do is we trend them over time, and so when you have lower numbers, it's really messy. So it's better to stay with the higher numbers. We're trying to limit the scope. We're trying to limit the scope of what we're going to be recommending to management. At this point, I think I would probably stick with the top 3 with outliers removed. That's what the data's telling me. Save my work. We have one more. I got to first priority cause outliers removed. So we got just 2 more tabs to create. I'm going to save my work. We'll bring over the priority outliers included. Copy. I had to hit it hard. Hit it hard. Zoom in. Now we're going to do detailed cause, F. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to build it. How much space am I typically leaving? Column F. Detailed cause. Bring all these down. I mean, some people would say this is too much. But here's the thing. By going in and doing this level of analysis, we're getting to know the data pretty well. We're seeing how things change. We're looking at it from different perspectives. It gives us more insight than if we were just to create a few charts and say, oh, look, that's the highest. But we don't really understand the mechanics of why it might be that way. How things change as we manipulate the data set or look at it differently. Priority, detailed, cause, outliers included. This is getting a little bit long. I'm not liking that as much. I may change that. We've got to go back to the pivot table tab at the beginning. We are going to get rid of occupation and we're going to put in detailed cause. There we go. See how many entries there are? There are no blanks. There are no missing things. I'm not seeing too much wrong. Okay, and it's up to 302. Copy. Let's find our tab we're working on. Paste. Going to enlarge it. Going to highlight. See, it's a lot more. Here's the thing I'll tell you, though. Typically, we have to create this. And I'll show you that in the next video. You're very fortunate. Actually, no, let me show you right now. You're very fortunate because what we used to have to do is use this cipher I created and recode we create a new cause code, which, what did we call it? I think we called it new cause, but it could have been called detailed cause, same thing. We've got these different categories and I color coded it. So if there was an overexertion in the cause, or no, maybe they provided the detailed cause and we created the parent. I don't remember which way it went. But I created this entire color coding system and we have to go through and do 302 of them. So consider yourself fortunate to not have to do that. This data set had both. All right. Copy this down. We're going to change E to F. We're going to change E to F. I'm going to click these and drag it down. Okay, obviously this is total. So you see there's a lot more entries here. I don't like that, to be honest with you. It confuses things. Okay, I think I already did that. So I can click and bring this down. Click and bring it over to here. I should be able to bring these all down, but not to the total. Checking my work. I need to zoom it out a little bit just so I can check my work to make sure that the totals are the same. Yep. They do. Just checking. You should always check your work because you may find that maybe there's something wrong, and then you and I can meet. Oh, that's another thing too. If you guys want me to meet with you like on a Sunday morning or during the week, suggest a time or reach out to me. I'm willing to help you guys. It's just you guys are all online, so I have no idea where you are, what your schedule is. So you just have to let me know. All right, so we're going to highlight the data. This is another data sort thing. And RPN, largest to smallest. Let's see where this goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's going to be a lot more. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I may actually go up to 12. Now I'm just trying to see where there's some natural breaks. It's not, again, there's just so many things. There's probably similar. Oh, we got some strains here. A bunch of strains. Strain seems to be dominating. We got a fall in there, a cut, lifting, lowering, which is a strain as well. Strain, miscellaneous cut. So we're seeing them here. Strains, cuts, falls. Is there only one? Just that one. Same level. Outliers are included here. All right, so the Pareto is going to be a difficult one. Take a little bit more time to do this one in the next. So 20% of that is what? 7? So I'll start with top 7. And equals 7 divided by 36. What is it? It's 20%. How did he do that? Okay. Top 7 equal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Drag it on over to there. 70%? Really? And 50%. Interesting. I was not expecting that. Really, all we need are those. We only need the percentages, really. Interesting. All right, where's the next break here? Could try top 8. Top 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I didn't do something right here. Something's not right here. Does that seem right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I got a bunch of those in there. Let's get it down to 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry about that. That should not have been that difficult. Went up to 75. Went up to 55. Equal 8 divided by 36. So now we're at 22% of the detailed causes represent 55% of all the claims, and 74.7. That's a pretty decent cutoff there. We're really close to the 20/80. Again, not perfect. I'm going to try with 9 to see if we can actually hit that 80% mark. I'm not sure exactly which I'm going to use yet. This is 9 divided by 36. This is 25%. That's not bad. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm getting screwed up because it wasn't coloring them when I was doing it. It did the first few, and then for whatever reason, close to 80. 25 and 80, 25 and 60. I think I could live with that. Yeah, I think I would go top 9. So 25% of the detailed causes represent almost 60% of all the claims and over 78% of the total paid. And if we were to look back up here, there's a bigger jump to there. I mean, you'd have to go and include those probably if you were to drop it down to 10. So I'm probably going to stick with 9. Save my work. Last tab, you guys, for this week. And usually I kind of break this up differently, but I want to spend more time with creating the tables and showing the expectations. What am I doing? Data filter. We're going to get rid of the outliers by going over here. Total paid, largest to smallest. Give it a control X to cut. Come down here, paste it somewhere. All the numbers updated. We need to resort, including this. All right, and this is going to be most definitive as far as how different the outliers are from the overall. All right, this is the sort by RPN, largest to smallest. Huh. But it's like if the ranks change. So this is priority, outliers included. This is going to be priorities, outliers removed. Let's see. When we bring these over, we're not going to use any of this stuff here. It's going to be just the average stuff. All right, so now we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, Jesus. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my gosh, I should have just done this. One and 4 stayed up there. Where did 2 go to? We don't know. So 2... Oh, went up. Wait. 4 is now 2. The old 2 is now 7. Let's see what the numbers are down below, because this didn't change. What did it give us? Okay, first we got to do some corrections. If you guys remember, is 38% the right thing? Yeah, 38, 38, 38. Okay, just wanted to check. Checking my work. Equal this number divided by equal this number divided by that number. The last one by that number. Get rid of the decimal points and see where we're at. Are we still up in the 70s? No, we're not. All right. Yeah, that's a little bit higher. Should we see how much higher? I don't have any space to do it. I guess I could do it right here because we really, I'm going to do it right here just to show you. So how much different is it really? Is it really almost 53? It's 56. So it goes up just under 4%. So just keep that in mind. It's going to go up like 4%. I think all of them would be 4%, right? Would this be like 40, either a high 48 or a low 49? 48. Okay, so just under 4. Okay, let me go back up and see what it looks like here. Those are very similar. So is that. So I'm going to do a top 10 and a top 11 and see what, oh, but man, then we're really getting beyond this 25%. I'm going to do top 10 and see what happens. At this point, I'm just going to use the sum code. Go to top 10. Now we're up to 72. We're at 60. Again, I added just under 4. Percentage. Let's do top 11. Oh, I'm an idiot. I need to see this. 11 goes to right there. We're at 74, but here, this is the problem. Equal 10 divided by 36. Equal 10 divided by 36. Oh, wait, 11. Duh. 11 divided by 36. All right, we're already at 30%. But I mean, before we did something like this too, right? So just over 30% of the detailed cause represents about 65% of the total claims and just under 75% of the total paid. Yeah, I guess that's probably where I would cut that off then, because that's getting a little bit high with the 30%, but we're at 62, or I mean, sorry, 65-ish, and we're at close to 75-ish, and that was top 11. Yeah, that seems like a natural break. What's our lucky top 11? Okay, we've got a cut. After that, it's miscellaneous. So yeah, that's the priority analysis, the Pareto analysis. Pareto, the 80-20, 80% represents 20. Of course, when we're at 20, it's not that high. That's just, it's a guide as far as where you want to end your analysis. Let's just focus on these few. It's the precious few, the insignificant many. That's what the Pareto ratio really means. And that's what we use to try and figure out what our cutoff points are. Save my work. So that's the work we're doing for this week, except for adding this. I do believe I'm going to remove the priority in all those before the next video. But the next video, what we're going to do is talk more about it. We're going to create the pretty tables and I'll talk about the comments, things like that. And then we're also going to compare to our outliers, though we saw some pretty big shifts in the with and without outliers. We'll kind of look at that. It doesn't mean that we have SIFs or the SIFs are a concern. It's just, it is what it is. There are some causes that are more expensive. Sorry. Not sorry. And then we'll also compare some of our data to WCRB and the National Safety Council. So that's what we'll do in the next video. And then the third video, which is either going to be after or before this, I'm going to do a review for your quiz this week. Thank you much. And let me know if you guys want me to meet with you virtually live to answer questions and do stuff. Thank you.